Hey everyone, join me today while I decorate a 2-layer 6-inch chocolate cake with whipped cream frosting. Started off by baking my cakes already. They've been cooling since last night, and then I made some whipped cream. I blended up some Oreos in my blender till they were very finely crushed, because if we have any big pieces, we will mess up being able to smooth the cake. And then I just mixed some of the crumbs into my whipped cream. First off, I'm starting by stacking my cakes, and then I'm going to do a crumb coat. For my crumb coat, I don't use a piping tip. I just cut the piping bag and start piping. I use a piping bag so I get an even layer all around the cake, so when I start to smooth it, I'll have a good base. Most of this video is sped up to 5 times speed. This is not a quick process like I'm gonna make it look here. Most of this is actually very time consuming and tedious, where like you have to take your time just going around and around and around the cake again and again. Right after I finish covering the cake with frosting, I'm going to grab my large metal scraper and I'm going to start smoothing this out. I do use a hot water method where I use hot water to heat up my metal scraper before I start using it to smooth out my frosting. And this is my favorite bench scraper because of the size. It goes around my whole cake all at once. I don't need to be trying to do multiple times. It's just one smooth go around, or I mean like 100 go arounds, and then it will be smooth. This is just the crumb coat, so it doesn't have to be perfect. The whole cake doesn't need to be fully covered. I let that set in the fridge for a few minutes, but the whipped cream really doesn't like harden like buttercream does. So then I pulled it out and started adding my second layer of frosting. Again, using a piping bag with just a hole cut in it so I can get a pretty even layer of frosting. As you can see here, I was kind of rushing it. I should have taken my time a little bit longer, but again, I'm going around with my hot metal scraper and just taking the excess frosting off as I'm scraping around. I do have a bowl to my right now that I'm putting my extra frosting in that I'm scraping off. And I did have to reheat my scraper in the middle of this because the cold frosting cooled it off too quick. So then I took my time just scraping until I got a pretty near perfect coat that I liked and was happy with. And now we're moving on to our chocolate drip. First off, I did clean my turntable, and then I used a 2-to-1 ratio of semi-sweet chocolate chips to heavy whipping cream. And I got my chocolate drip in a piping bag, and I'm just putting this on top, starting with and letting some drip down the sides. This was not my best drip that I've ever done. I don't think I got the ratio right, to be honest. I need to research again and find the old one I used to use. I've been having a hard time finding the different links I find information from because I forget to save the link in my notepad. However, I just took my time going around the cake, adding more and more chocolate, trying to get the drip that I was happy with, and then going around the top and adding chocolate around the top too. The center of the cake is going to have Oreo crumbs that you'll see me add in a few minutes, but this is going to be my chocolate drip. Again, I'm not super happy with how this came out, but I'm not mad about it either. It does at least look good. I know it's going to taste amazing, especially after sampling the frosting. I just need to keep practicing doing drips, to be honest. I haven't done them in a while. Cakes in general, it's been a while, except for my fiance's birthday cake I made at the end of January. I haven't really been baking since the holidays. So now I'm just adding those chocolate Oreo crumbs to the center of my cake, and then I'll start adding my top. I'm just going to pipe some Oreo whipped cream swirls on top and then put some whole Oreos as well. I think this part is my favorite part, when we're getting to like the final part of the cake where you're starting to see it all come together. It's starting to look beautiful, and I really wish I could eat this one, to be honest. I will be trying to make one of these for myself in a few days because this just looks so tasty. So I'm just doing the top like I said before, and then I'll have to go around and add a border to the bottom. I love making cakes. This is super fun. This part is my favorite part right here, adding the final touches, making it look beautiful and complete. And then after this, I went to taking videos and pictures for like 20 minutes. Now I'm bringing this to work to give to one of my coworkers so she can give it to her roommate for her birthday. Let me know what you think about this cake once we finish it up in a minute. Do you think you would enjoy? Would you like to try a piece? What's your favorite combination for cake flavors? I'm trying to find some new ones to add to my menu. And here we go. The final product in its box just needs to be closed up. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more baking videos and to follow my journey as a home baker. Have a great day.